So welcome back. Today we made it to our favorite bike trail, our local bike trail. And if you remember back a few episodes, we talked about doing a brake test with my Polygon. So let me refresh your memory on that. My Polygon has a 160mm front and a 160mm rear rotor. So we're going to do a test. We're going to do like 3 brake tests, see how long it takes to stop from the same mile per hour each time. And then we're going to change the rotors to a 160 floating in the rear and a 180 floating rotor in the front. Because I think with the 180 in the front, it's really going to balance things out and it's actually going to stop a lot faster. I think what's going to happen now is when I hit the brakes both at once, I think the rear brake's going to slide, but we'll see. That's why we're here. We're going to try it out today. Here we are. We're going to do 3 runs with the brakes that are on it, and then 3 runs with the new rotors. I got my GPS on here, so I know I'm going 1 mile an hour. I'm going to shoot for about 14 miles an hour. When I hit the cones, I'm going to lock up both brakes, and then we'll see what happens. Let's see, about 16 feet 6 inch. Ooh, that was 19 foot 2 inch. Ooh. 16'1", so no, it's not shorter. Didn't make any difference. So right at 13 feet. So 13'10".
So what was that? Is that?
Well, it's still shorter than the 15 feet.
Yep.
I'm gonna try one more time. This thing is shutting off before I can barely get the speed and it shuts off. It's 12'10". Exhaustive testing, we have an actual result. I'm surprised how much of a result it was myself. The rear tire still locks up, but when we get back to the shop, we're going to look on the whiteboard and write some numbers down. So we'll talk to you then. All right, we're back at the shop. Here's the numbers. So we did all these at 14 miles per hour. I have my GPS on the handlebars. We did 3 runs with the 160, the stock rotors. 16.6, 19'2", and 15'4". I think that 19.2, I probably hit the brakes late. That probably isn't a real accurate one. So if we're somewhere in the middle, you know, I don't know, even the 16.6. After I changed the front rotor, we did 4 runs. 16.1. Now, I think the pads were probably settling into the rotors. I did try to burn them in a little in the parking lot before we went back on the trail, but because if you look the next series, 13 feet, 13.10, 12.10. So they're getting better, but it surprises me because the back wheel locked up. Every single test, the back wheel locked up. So this is all off the front. That front, it made that much of a difference. I mean, I'm going to say a 3-foot difference in stopping distance. Now, I don't know about the feel because I was basically locking it up, so I don't know. We'll find out when I ride it some. But I think that was pretty impressive to get that kind of result. That, you know, there's so many factors involved. The traction, you know, all kinds of things involved. But to me, it's amazing to get that much of a result from that. So that's going to finish that up for the braking thing. There's way more different ways we can go, but that's as far as we're going with that. I just wanted to mention the other 2 projects going on. You can see where we're at. The Cannondale, the owner of the bike decided he's going to do a modern conventional air fork. He's going to do a JG bike 1x crank, just like on my Polygon. But he's going to leave the 9-speed cassette for now, and we're going to do disc brakes on it. And then you notice the Kmart Kawasaki I've been working on. And I got the Bucklow's crank on there with the 113 millimeter cartridge bearing. And the chain center line's right about 50 millimeter where it's supposed to be. And I had to drill in helicoil a hole so I could put a regular derailleur on there, because it had some kind of weird thing on there that didn't have a separate derailleur bracket. And you'll notice the fork worked out. I actually did cut the threads a hair too deep, maybe about 6 thousandths too deep. But it worked fine. Everything tightened up. It's on there good. We're good to go. So, yeah, next time I'll probably be working on the Kmart Kawasaki, getting it finished and ready to ride. So that's where we're at. That's the end of our video today. Thanks for watching. You didn't keep locking it up, though.